Hello everybody and welcome to this in-progress home tour. So this is a beautiful flat in the middle of Mayfair, so really fantastic area. And where you are standing right now is the corridor. So this is our sort of mini entrance corridor, I would say. And at the moment it feels quite boxish, quite small, just white walls, elegant but simple. And what we wanted to do was place a wallpaper on top of here and then have a polished plaster finish throughout so that, you know, it doesn't feel too heavy. And sometimes I think a wallpaper everywhere can feel a bit heavy in a small space. So we're gonna have a polished plaster and then a really lovely wallpaper on these cupboards, which are, you know, just coat cupboards for when you come in. When we walk through, you'll be able to see that there's a lot of paneling at the moment. So all of the sort of dildo paneling has been, has come on the walls. Now, really, we're waiting for our amazing hand-painted artist to come in and paint throughout all of the panels and decide, you know, which exact flower and branch and leaf we're going to have. And it's probably going to be a mix of various different designs. And in fact, I've got a really lovely Oriental inspired design here, or Oriental design, that we are sort of looking at for inspiration, but we really wanted to create something of our own. So you will see a little bit of that throughout. Over here, I think I'm right in suggesting that this is just going to be a flat paint. What is this? It's just a plaster. So we've created just this unit in a plaster. This is a property that we only have 4 weeks to turn around. So we don't have the time to be able to put in big joinery units with veneers and, you know, and different metal inlays. We've got to do something really simple and elegant and smart, but quick. So the paneling was really easy. We've got some amazing guys that put that up. Television units really easy. We maintained the locations of all of the sockets so that that wasn't an extra lead time. So everything is where it needs to be. And then if we swing around the room, obviously you can see some beds here that are clearly not in location in the middle of the living room. And we've got some panels here. And in fact, this back wall is where the sofa is going. So behind the sofa will be some really beautiful hand-painted branches and leaves. So sofa here, hand-painted branches and leaves behind me. And of course, the gorgeous television unit ahead. And what? And curtains, where? Over here. Oh yeah, sorry. And of course, Lola's reminding me that I've forgotten about the curtains. We're having some really lovely curtains on both, you know, to cover both windows. But actually we don't want them on both sides, so we don't want them left and right. We've actually got a single pair in this middle section where we've got the wall. So that's why you don't see any paneling on that middle section, because really we're sort of very aware that, you know, you'll cover most of this wall with the curtain fabric, so there wasn't really any need to add in extra panels there. Over here, so this is really a big open plan. You've got the breakfast area, the kitchen, and then this is going to be a sort of breakfast area with built-in seating, dining table, and then a really lovely bench. We're having to keep this all to a minimum. When everything starts coming in, I think it will feel bigger than it is, but at the moment it's feeling very squashed, but we'll get there. The most interesting thing I think we've done on this kitchen is this really stunning reading, and we have managed to paint over this reading. Now on its own, you know, the reading in this sort of mirrored, almost like metallic finish doesn't feel very luxurious, but now that we have hand painted over the top, we have really got this beautiful look, and I think this is going to be spectacular. Okay, let's walk through. Over here, everything is quite clean and creamish at the moment. We are having, so Lola, actually I was going to tell you earlier, we want wallpaper in here and then the plaster polish here. So all wallpaper and all plaster polish. Do we have the wallpaper?
Yeah, we have.
We've got in stock?
Yeah.
That will be enough to cover all of this. So we've got 1, 2, 4 doors. It's not actually many doors. There's more polished plaster, sorry. Everything's quite simple and pared back here because it is a small flat, in a super prime luxurious area, but it is small, so I want to keep it really simple and calm. I'll take you to the bedroom whilst Lola's finding out for me what's going on with the wallpaper. So in here you can see these walls have already been done, and I'm going to tell you the problem we came across with this wall actually. So the hand painting is beautiful. This is not wallpaper, it is hand painting. What we're going to do to make it feel like it's more hand painted than wallpaper, because she's so good that frankly, if you know, you look at it like this, it does look like wallpaper, or it can. So what we're going to do is try and actually pull out some of the branches in between the panels, so that it sort of feels like it's all connected rather than just in singular panels. But we've gone down a little bit too far because the headboard might actually come here. So we're going to paint out this and actually just fill that out a little bit more. But that's fine, and it's the lucky sort of feature of having hand painting instead of wallpaper, that you can paint out items and then repaint in different locations. Wallpaper. We've got some? Okay, amazing. Okay, so let's actually look at the wallpaper for the... Yeah, that's enough, isn't it? I think that's enough. So is he going to take this colour? So then presumably he wants to take this, the paint.
The polished plaster is whitish anyway and creamy.
I saw something. Is it the same one that you sent me? We just need to say to him, can you match to this, roughly? Or at least have that colour within the polished plaster, because you'll have different shades.
He wants to come this weekend.
Okay, perfect. So maybe we just leave it there, and in fact, if we can get this wallpapered maybe tomorrow.
Do you want wallpaper on the wall as well?
I don't think so, because I actually think, interestingly, that's just not going to work. Yeah. That's okay, but not the... I think it'll look better than just creamy white. Okay. What else was there to discuss? Right, let's go into the next bedroom. Everything here is kind of ready, so the wardrobes are all ready. We don't need to worry about that. We're gonna film you from the back, Claire, if that's okay. So we've got this incredible hand-painted wall, as you can see, literally being done as I'm speaking to you, which is a real privilege to watch. It is absolutely incredible. And actually, exactly, so Claire is painting it on top of the wallpaper. And if you have a look, this is actually where, I don't know how close you can get to this, but this is where she's actually sketched it on the wallpaper. And even as it is just sketched on, it looks so, so pretty. This is really inspired by a design that I have in my master dressing room, and absolutely love it. We're gonna, have it slightly different than it is, because of course that is an existing supplier, so we're not gonna do the same. But it is a really, really pretty leaf design, and we're just gonna have it sort of flowing and falling over the top of the headboard. So I can't wait for you to see that. Let's go off to the next room. So I'm actually just going to take you through to some of the bathrooms, which are all finished, just for you to see. Let me switch the lights on. So they're really quite smart. If you come in and have a look from the mirror, they're actually already completely finished and ready. So, it's fantastic. We don't really need to do a great deal more in here. We'll, of course, accessorize before we are done. But otherwise, all the tough stuff has been done. Yes, the final room, which you haven't seen yet, and actually you haven't seen it because there's not much going on here, is this room. Now, there's really not much to see. As you can see, we've got a great big sofa in here at the moment, but there is going to be a really gorgeous headboard on this wall. So again, that will be the final piece of the puzzle that's coming together. It really has been tough to do this in 4 weeks, but I'm going to give you 4 of the things that I think have really helped us to get there in this amount of time. So the first thing that I think really helped us to move this project as fast as we did, and honestly this is an absolute record breaker, we brought in those suppliers with the longest lead times. So that was going to be, in this case, the curtain maker. We didn't have a joiner in this instance, but we did have someone doing all of the paneling and the unit behind me. You know, in essence, that was our builder. So we've brought in our builder and our curtain maker and also our upholsterer, because he's got to do, you know, all the new headboards. So those were the 3 people that we started with. That meant that they would always have the longest lead time, but if we commissioned them right from the beginning and we told them, look, here's a project, it's coming, can you make sure that you can take this on? We will give you all the designs within a few days, and they were on board. So that was fantastic. The second big point isn't anything to do with design, but I think the reason that we were able to, you know, do this in the speed that we did is that the client was very, very clear. So the client said, here is the budget for what I want to do. This is the amount of time that I need you to do it in. And he actually sent what we estimated would be the cost of everything all in one go. So we didn't need to sort of go back and forth to ask for payment for different things, and we could literally just do immediately everything we wanted to. So that was incredibly helpful. The third point that made this really viable in terms of time was that the client gave us full creative sort of authority. And what he did was he'd obviously looked through all of our brochures and all of our work and picked out what he thought was his sort of design direction within the work that we'd done. He said, I love this and this and this. And we said, okay, we will go ahead with that in mind and design away. He hasn't had really anything to do with the rest of the process. He just wanted us to, you know, run full steam ahead. And that's exactly what we did. So full creative direction and authority, and that was really, really helpful. The final thing that we were able to do as a result of the creative authority, the budget, you know, right up front so that we knew exactly how much we had and what we could spend, and also the sort of foresight of what we wanted to do, the design direction, then meant that we could immediately go out after the sort of base design was done on paper and start shopping. So whilst we had the decorator in here pulling up the panels, creating this unit behind me, you know, literally just painting away and doing what he needed to do, we then could make orders for fabrics for the upholsterer and the curtain maker, and they would then work full steam ahead, and we could then go out and shop and actually buy furniture. Now, most furniture, even if it's in stock, isn't actually in stock. You know, it needs to be brought in from somewhere. It could be that, you know, they've got a warehouse with 5 items, you know, that are able to be delivered, but we actually were able to go out and say, okay, let's get everything we need in 2 days. And it was incredible what we were able to do. We ordered some things online, of course. We ordered mattresses and various things online, but actually from a furniture perspective, we mainly went out and picked. And I think that really gave us so much freedom, but also ease. And I think though it's a small property and one that we've done really very, very quickly, it will probably be one really to remember, because it's going to look, I think, outstanding. The client enabled the team to really have their own direction, their own artistic authority, and I hope that's going to mean we have an incredible project to see. Welcome to the Mandarin Residences. Thank you. Okay, so just before I jump into the cab on our way back to the new office, I just wanted to show you this gorgeous jacket that I received from Goelia. This is such a lovely brand. I've only just discovered it. I have to say, I discovered it on Instagram. It feels divine, and actually it looks much like my LVMH cape, so way to go. So, we are on our way back to our new offices in Knightsbridge. This is such an exciting day for me, and a crazy one, because clearly I'm filming and we're having to still work and still go and see different projects. But most excitingly for me today is, like I said, we're moving into our Knightsbridge office. It says for me so much about where the team has come. I'm very, very proud to be moving into the space. It also, of course, makes it much more accessible for, you know, Central London projects. But, you know, we are just so, so happy to be moving, and I can't wait for you to see the madness that we are going to endure once we get there. But at some point, it will be incredible. Right, girls?
Good. You're a pro.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite areas in London. We are literally in the middle of Knightsbridge and my office is down there. I am almost having a kind of starstruck moment from an office point of view. Okay, let's go. This might end up being my new lunch place. What's it called? Enish. What does that mean? What kind of food is it? So exciting. There's a sweet shop there. Oh, it's my favorite place to have lunch. There's a Sadaf opening right there. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Right, I think I'll have some Lebanese takeaway before we go up. You're here?
Yeah, hello.
Okay. So excited. Okay, welcome to the office. Where is everybody? These are looking really good. No, I'm okay. I'm just going to put these over here because they look very large where they are. And these are actually our presentation boxes, which are going on top of, here. Oh, yeah, I didn't do very well there, did I? But yeah, it's looking fabulous, I think. Look at that. We're going to put some amazing concepts in here because we've actually got a client visiting today on the first day of the move. It's always go, 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 isn't it?
These look slightly outplaced.
Yeah, they do. And we need to find someone else for them. But these, we're going to actually start setting them up so they look great. This is all good. I think it looks...
Do we need this also?
This, yeah, it's going here though. All these boxes will go. But actually we'll have one smaller. So we need another 2 desks, which is all good news, but these are way too big. So we're going to have slightly smaller ones, so those need to come in. So we'll need to order those. And for now, right, I'm just going to update on what everyone is doing. What are you doing, Janvi? I know what you're doing. You're doing the bathroom.
Yes, so now what I've come up with, this thing is inside the wall.
Which thing?
This shelf is inside the wall.
Okay.
Push inside, not with rods. Proposing a cupboard, low heighted, so that it feels there's space in it.
Because there are 2 spaces there?
Yeah, so I've removed, earlier there were 2, so removed 1.
But she needs the bidet now?
So it has asked me
To propose one without? Okay, fine. And then that's it. So that, how come that's not in the middle then? Oh, you're going to explain, okay.
And then I've reduced the size of the sharp.
Yep.
And then
fine. And you just need to make sure the materials you're using for her when she does pick something up are actually are with a grip, so she doesn't slip. Because everything, imagine, is going to be wet, and she's much older. Okay, amazing. Good stuff. It's already massive improvement. Emma, yes.
Food is in the lunch.
What food?
area.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Already, thank you.
Maria's
You'd be a great food assistant? I don't know what you'd call it. PA. Oh, sorry, Anna. Did you hear that?
Well, one can help.
She's after your job.
No,
Oh my God, don't get me excited. 2 PAs. Have like one for the master bedroom, one for the joking. Okay, so this is Amal, and Amal's working on some renderings for a headboard, which I actually like. I won't say really like yet. We'll save that for when it
work in progress.
when it's less of a work in progress. It doesn't look like a headboard at the moment. It did an hour ago when she showed me, but I don't know what's happened to it.
I'm just having to redo it because I moved these up.
Ah, okay, so literally those 2 lines. This is what people don't understand, that you move 2 lines on a drawing. So I'm just going to show Vigo. We've just actually, we really like this design, and we've just moved those 2 lines from here, just literally a tiny bit up. And it means that Amal's having to redraw literally all over again. So, you know, it's really important to appreciate how every tiny change takes a long time. I left you hours ago.
No, I know.
And it was just 2 lines. And even from my perspective, because I'm not the technical person, even I find that, even I find that difficult to completely comprehend. So it's so important to appreciate how long something like that might take. And this is our music girl. This is our R&B girl. The DJ, the office DJ, Rosie. Right, well, other than looking very paper heavy, Rosanna, what are you doing?
Technical drawings.
Technical. Everyone's doing technical drawings today. No one's doing any exciting, you know, throwing around. What are you doing?
Addison Road. So they're currently on site getting first fits done.
Okay, amazing.
Just doing amendments.
Why do we have amendments?
No, just like AC grills.
Oh, fine, okay, fine. So we're just adding in the grills.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And we now have an agreed joiner. Good stuff. Okay. And over here with the pink trousers, Alessia. Let's ask Alessia what she's doing.
Alessia is now doing send some floor plan and video our
Oh.
property account.
Yes, because we are looking at sending out some floor plans, and fingers crossed, we're not allowed to say much more than that. But there are good things coming on this side of the table.
But it's a Celine Interior Design, but what they've not done is
I can't
increased it to 7 users.
What's up with me?
There's only 2. But I
Just go back to my desk. So this is clearly a mess, but it's going to look beautiful very soon. This is my desk with my trusty coffee mug. I think I stole from someone. But that's okay, because it's the one that the coffee tastes the nicest in. And over there is Razin with his lovely mustard shade jumper.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for coming in mustard today. It's making it colour matching well. And Razin is doing accounts, so you're not allowed to look over here. But you can meet Razin. And other than looking really messy, I think it looks pretty awesome. We've got to get ready because we've got a client coming into this office soon. So I've just received this huge gift for welcoming us in, and it happens, I've just seen, to be a large bouquet from Neil Strain. It's from my very good friend, so let's take a look. Hi Paola, do you want to help me? Could you carry this, please? Oh, still. Can you carry this for me, please? Just put on there. Go, 1, 2, 3. No. No. Ah, yes. Okay. Wow. Perfection. Thank you. It's a star moment. Okay, so whilst I'm getting the fabrics ready to be packed away, I'll say goodbye. It's already been a very, very busy day, and I'm grateful that you joined me. Hopefully by the next time you're here, you'll see the office completely finished off.